Everybody, this is me, Jason Gregory, coming at you with a power talk here from the UK. Haven't done a power talk for a while, so I thought I would jump on and do a power talk today. And in this power talk, I'm mainly talking to my audience, my people who are in the network marketing industry already, because I'm going to be focusing on today in this power talk the top 10 things I truly believe that somebody who's a leader, who is striving to be a leader in our industry needs to be doing. And so I'm going to be delving into that. So if you are new to my live, let me know if you're watching me live. If you're watching me on a replay, let me know if it's a replay. Always like to see who's watching me and just give a shout out to people who follow me. I do appreciate your time. You could be doing other things, so that you take a couple of minutes to listen to me. I don't take that lightly. But the first thing I want to talk about in this top 10 things I think people should be doing is, number one, if you are trying to be a leader, or if you are a leader, or say you are a leader in our industry, number one, you should be leading from the front. A leader should always lead from the front. They should lead by example. People should be able to look at you and see what you're doing and see the model of what they should be doing. So you should never be telling somebody to do something that you're not doing yourself. You have to lead from the front, because you probably heard of the statement before that says the speed of the pack is determined by the speed of the leader. So if you are a leader and you're leading from the front, then you're going to attract like-minded people to you, and that's going to make your organization stronger. The second thing you do, which is a knock-on effect from this, is that you turn up. You turn up for things. You see, when you are a true leader in this industry, not turning up is not an option. So when you know there's things that you need to be turning up for, whether or not it's an opportunity meeting, a training, a webinar, whatever it is, you turn up. You see, some people see as a nice to have, or if it's convenient, I'll be there. But a leader, for them, it's not an option. If there's something I need to be at, I will be there. And that's the difference between leadership that is leading from the front and turning up. The other thing is you have to do, number three, you have to operate with integrity. Integrity opens doors for you better than anything else, because your name is far more important than any form of money you can ever earn. And the only way you can establish yourself with a good name is when you operate within integrity. Integrity is not something you can fake. You've either got it or you haven't. There's that statement that says you can't fool all of the people all of the time. You can fool some of the people some of the time, but eventually you will get caught out. And the only way you know that you are building something properly is when you are operating with integrity. Your word is your bond. If you say you're going to do something, you do it. If you say you're going to deliver, you deliver. If you say you're going to support, guess what? You support. Integrity is everything in our business. And there's so many people, unfortunately, that say one thing but do another thing. And that's not the way to get longevity in our industry. People follow people that they know, like, and trust. You've heard that statement before. So how do you get somebody to know, like, and trust you? It starts with integrity. You have to operate with integrity to have long-term success. And when you do that, what the fourth thing you're going to do is you're going to inspire your team through your leadership. You see, true leadership is led through inspiration, not manipulation. You can be a very convincing person, you can be a very charismatic person and be able to manipulate people to do things that you want them to do, but that is no way to build true teams and true long-term success. You have to build it through inspiration, and people who are inspired by you will follow you. People who are inspired by you will do what you are demonstrating them to do, even if you are not there. Yeah, when you have somebody that inspires people, then people are sold out to the mission of what that person is talking about. They're helping people to see the end goal, the end picture, and they're painting a picture of what they can achieve if they apply themselves. And through the inspiration that you give them, they actually see themselves doing this. So that's really, inspiration is really an important part, and that really leads onto point number 5, which is you give people hope. You see, there's a statement, an old proverb that says, hope deferred makes the heart sick, but then a desire restored is like a tree of life. And you'll be amazed at how many people are out there without no hope. They've lost hope. In terms of, is their situation ever going to change? There's people that have lost hope is in their health, in their finances. There's people that have lost hope in relationships. There's people that have lost hope in, can I ever educate myself to a certain level? People have lost hope simply because life has come in the way and thrown all kinds of challenges at them, and because of that they have lost their hope. But then when you come alongside them and when you inspire them enough to give that hope back to them, once they've got that hope becomes a tree of life. In other words, that seed of a better future begins to go into good soil. And then you water that seed based on the inspiration and the leadership that you're giving them. And now all of a sudden, they're seeing themselves somewhere else other than their current situation. And if you can establish hope in people, guys, you will get an amazing amount of productivity out of people as they build towards their own futures. And obviously, as Zig Ziglar says in his famous statement, if you help enough people get what they want in life, then you will ultimately get what you want. So point number 6 is you create an environment for success. What does that mean? It means of an environment that is conducive, a positive environment, not a negative environment. You have to be very mindful of what the environments that you're in, because environments affect attitudes and perceptions. And if you don't have a right environment, you may not have a right perception of the people that are in that environment. And then obviously you've heard me say the acronym for POAP before. If you have a wrong perception, your perception will affect your opinion. Your opinion will affect your attitude. And ultimately your attitude will affect your performance. So if you create the right environment for people, they will perceive what they're doing as being right, being correct, being something that is worthwhile doing. And ultimately that's going to affect what they do. And so if you move on to point number 7, now you have to give the people that are joining you in the business the right tools, the right processes that they need to be successful. Because you can have the best product in the world, you can have the best service in the world, but if you don't have the right processes and tools in place for people to duplicate and scale their business, then they're not going to grow. And unfortunately, you have a lot of people, they join opportunities because they think, yes, it's a great product, it's a great company, but they don't have the right processes. And so what are they doing? They're trying to do it all themselves. They're trying to convince people about the product, convince people about the business. And when they're not getting the results, they leave because they think it doesn't work. No, it's not that the business doesn't work. It's that you need the right processes. You need the right tools. When you have the right tools, you can get the job done correctly. I can try to hammer a wardrobe together, nails in a wardrobe using a shoe. Yeah, it will take a lot of effort for very little results, because a shoe was not designed to hit a nail in a piece of wood. But I could take a hammer and do it a lot quicker, because that's what the tool was designed for. And so whatever opportunity you're in, you have to have the right tools and processes that will enable not just you to be successful, but then the people that you bring into your team to duplicate that and be successful as well. Because in our business, it's not what works, it's what duplicates. And when it duplicates, but then also when it scales, that's when things go to a whole different level. Because when you have scalability in your business, that means 10 people can join your business the same day and get results the same day. And that's what you want. You want scalability. And so if we move on to point number 8, you can't be a yes person. What do I mean by that? A yes person is telling people what they want to hear instead of what they need to hear. You cannot be a yes person, because if you're a yes person, you're not even going to set somebody up correctly at the beginning. But if you're not a yes person, you're going to have a planning meeting with somebody when they join you, and you're going to ask them what is their expectation is for their business, and how much time are they going to be willing to build their business, and how long do they want to build a business before they get to a certain level that they want in terms of their expectation. And if they give you a wrong expectation, guys, as not being a yes person, you have to tell them, bring them back to reality and say, based on what you've just told me, based on how much you're going to work your business, based on the time you can put into your business, we have to kind of recalibrate your expectation, because Based on that, it may not happen. You see, that's you being a real person, letting people know if you're going to be successful in this, it's going to take work, it's going to take effort, you're going to have to put the time in, you're going to have to sacrifice, you're going to have to do all these things. You see, if you're just trying to bring a false message to somebody, say, oh yeah, it's easy, the product sells itself, the service sells itself, you see, that is not you being true. And that is you just telling somebody what they want to hear, yeah, instead of what they need to hear. And you can't be a yes person and have long-term success in our industry. The other thing is you have to be, and point number 9, which is important, you have to protect your organization against the snakes, against the wolves, because there's a lot of wolves and snakes that are out there that will try to infiltrate themselves into your organization. And you have to be able to be very mindful of that, because a little leaven, as the statement says, leavens a whole lump. In other words, if you put a little bit of corruptness in your organization, that can expand across your whole organization. And that can be a very negative thing in your business. So you really better be protecting your organization. You're responsible for people who join you in businesses because they believe that you can help them get where they want to go. So you better be very protective of the people that you are helping, because you're investing time in them. And you're investing emotion in them because you want to see that person succeed. And the last thing you want is a wolf or a snake to come in and rip that person to shreds. So be very protective of your organization. And finally, celebrate and recognize. You'll be surprised at how many people don't get any recognition in their jobs that they do. They do a lot of work, but they never get recognition. And when they come into our industry and start getting recognized, it helps them to understand, well, wait a minute, they do have value. Wait a minute, they are appreciated. How many people you know have done things, worked on projects, and somebody else got the recognition for it? When they come into our industry now and they get recognized for getting their first customer, get recognized for getting their first distributor, for rank advancing, and all this recognition that happens. And it helps people to understand their value, because unfortunately, people believe so many other people that have spoken negative into them, they start devaluing themselves and they start disclaiming themselves in terms of ever moving forward. But when they come alongside you as a leader, and you recognize their efforts and you recognize their abilities and you draw that greatness out of them, guys, it's a whole different ball game. And I truly believe these are the top 10 things that if you are building a network marketing business, or you are trying to develop yourself into a network marketing leader, you have to be focused on these things. And if you're focused on these things, guys, you are going to create a lot of momentum in your business, but you're also going to create a lot of testimonials of success stories of people in your business. So whatever you're doing, whatever niche within network marketing you're in, stay focused. Remember, you're always going to have the naysayers that are telling you, oh, these things don't work, it's a pyramid scheme and all the rest of it. You're always going to get those people there. So just come to terms with, they're always going to be there. But guys, you're not looking for people who are satisfied. You're looking for people who are dissatisfied. You're also looking for people who are open and teachable, people who have passion, people who can who can believe in something and not bounce around all the time. There's some people in 1 year, they've been in like 15 different opportunities because they don't have no stability. They're like network marketing nomads. They're going from one place to another instead of planting their flag and building. Guys, if you believe in something, if you believe 100% in it, you plant your flag and you build, and then you go out and you create success in as many people's lives as possible. There is so much room in our industry for success. Go out and create those success stories, guys, and let's prove all those naysayers wrong. There's so many people that have changed their life for our industry, and every day people are changing their lives in our industry. We can either be part of the solution or part of the problem. And let's be part of that solution, guys. If you have come across this stream and maybe you've been contemplating coming into the industry and you didn't know what you're in I don't know, doing due diligence in different opportunities, if you want to see what I'm involved with, you can see that little link that is scrolling across the bottom of the screen, the 2%-mindset.com. Go on there and you'll be able to, you'll put your name and your email address in. You'll get taken to a page where you'll see exactly what I'm doing, but I'll also send you over as a thank you for opting in. I'll send you over a copy of my mindset book, which will really help you to establish certain mindset thinking patterns that will help you to be successful and help you to understand some of the fundamental reasons why people do not hit their true potential. So I look forward to speaking to some of you soon, and I'll be on another Powered Live or Power Walk, Power Talk, Power Drive fairly soon. So hopefully you got value from that. If you did, let me know in the comments. If you didn't, let me know in the comments as well. It's always good to know how I can improve when I come on live. But guys, whatever you're doing, stay safe and have an impact. I'll speak to you soon. God bless. Bye-bye.